the human grid system, your own internal interdimensional grids. If you look at the chakra system, for example, you have what's called the earth chakras that allows you to function, connect here. And you also have the planetary and the universal chakras. Then you start to feel that I'm going to bring a bridge of conscious interconnection between all of the universal chakra connecting with the earthly chakra. You start to recognize that each beautiful center or intuitive centers, so your body becomes much more than a physical body. It becomes a conduit of pure energy and vibration.
Welcome to another Quantum Conversation. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. Welcome, beautiful hearts. We are so excited to be here with the beautiful and talented and multi-dimensional Viviane Chauvet. She is a goddess that is an Arcturian hybrid. She remembers her family on the ships, and she's here to talk to us about this interdimensionality that we are, interdimensional beings, and our galactic consciousness. Hi, Viviane. Thank you so much for being here.
Hello, Lauren. Thank you so much for having me. Always a joy to be with you and everyone watching right now. It is a privilege to be here.
This is so exciting. We've had you on the New Earth One Network before, Quantum Conversations, and people can find you in our archives on YouTube or in our archives on our site. Your story of you remembering yourself as an Arcturian hybrid, that is so fascinating. Do you want to share on what that was like and your understanding of what it means to be interdimensional? Because you are interdimensional. And when you go to the ships with your father on the ship, you are traveling interdimensionally. So share that with us.
Absolutely. And think of it as my experience is to invite everyone to remembering that same interdimensionality within you. So the hybrid portion is how I return to the planet. So I was sent out by the Arcturian delegation or Council of Light and Elders to be an ambassador, an intergalactic ambassador on the planet and play the role of the ambassadorial roles that I'm here to do as a bridge, a conscious conduit between the intergalactic vast group consciousness that coexists in the multiverse with all of you and this planet, as well as a bridge on behalf of humanity. So even though I represent this most enlightened and very, very ancient star nation known as the Arcturian, I knew that my role would be almost like a mediator, a teacher, a translator. That's part of the ambassadorial roles. So the best way we found that allowed me to stay in the same interdimensional presence and to keep the purity of my own Arcturian oscillation frequencies and to preserve the true essence of the Arcturians, I knew that I had to come back to the planet in different ways than just being born in the body and then go to the birth canal and then birth. That will be diminishing or putting veils around these attributes. So we decided to construct or engineer through the advanced organic conscious technology that we do have a vessel or a physical body that will be more human looking. So here on the planet, I feel very short. I feel, I can tell I feel like I feel compressed in this beautiful form that I've grown fond of and I care for and I'm grateful for. But I feel very compressed, even in my height, even though technically I'm a tall human being. As a woman, I'm tall enough. You met me in person, I have a certain height to me. But in reality, when I go back to the ship, to your point, Lauren, and I reconnect with that part of myself, my current self, it's like looking like this, going, oh my goodness, now I remember my essence, because we're a very tall, lanky, eloquent being. So I do coexist as much in what's called a human holographic consciousness, as much as I also exist in the Octarian holographic consciousness. And I really do go a lot on and off planet. Now, many people may say, well, I have been experiencing going on ship or communicating with other star beings or going out of body and being on ship or physically going there. That's one way to do it. In my case, it really is that I consciously travel in my holographic light body consciousness. And sometimes I bring my entire physical form on board the ship where this human body needs to be rejuvenating or upgraded so I can be functioning and maintaining a stability in the field or, health, balance, vibrancy. So the body needs to be upgraded. So they reattune it as they need. And then what I do is that I simply reintegrate my Octarian self. So unlike many starseed who have had memories of having a body in stasis, whether it's on ships or, on spatial stations, I see those beautiful stations also, or on the planet or a point in the reference in the universe. My body is not in stasis. I am functioning as an Octarian as I am functioning here at the same time. So think of it as I am, yes, physically on the planet, but I'm not really here at the same time. So I am pretty much bilocating simultaneously on and off a lot. Sometimes I am more off planet, even though people will see me talking, I'm functioning, I'm reasoning, there's a consciousness. But I know that I leave like a calling card behind and I'll be right back. And then when I reintegrate more fully in consciousness, then, oh, I feel a difference. Like, for example, prior to this beautiful conversation, I would say for the last week and a half, I had, it was just a calling card behind. I was off planet, and I need to do some upgrade to prepare me for the next wave of awakening on the planet to help me with Gaia, helping also to help human beings, and helping me with the next function or roles that I will embody more. So I know when I'm not fully in the body, that it's just a very filament or just an aspect, or I will send out another aspect of myself as a placeholder in the body. Well, same behavior, same personality, and they will still have an interaction. But I know that I'm not fully myself, fully there, because I am off planet right now doing other things, and then I come back again. But I just came back, so to speak, today. Now I'm fully here again with the new upgrades that I'm going to be integrating. So it redefined the concept of linear time, physicality, locality, what is possible, and can that be done or achieved by everyone on the planet? The answer is yes. We're no different. The Octarians, the Syrians, the Lyrians, the Venusian, all of those beautiful group consciousness. The only difference is that we simply have learned to evolve in a different sphere of reality, consciousness, faculties, abilities. We have simply evolved from different levels. To you or to most people on the planet, and I say that with love, of course, it may sound like super advanced, going, wow, I feel like we have a long way to go before we get there. That's the beauty of our presence, is we are placeholders, so to speak, for your full, complete higher potential. So you can more and more embracing and embody that. And this is what we're so actively working with many people on the planet, and including myself, what I do, like would do with each other and, other events, to be able to bring and reawaken, rebring forward this awakening of those natural faculties. You're just simply returning to them, if that makes sense, right?
Yes, it does. And it brings up so many empowering, curious questions. So my first question would be, you said we can all do this. Do we all have lineages like this? Do most people have connections to the stars like this?
Absolutely. Every sentient being on the planet, whether you are in a human form, a horse, a tree, the consciousness of a planet called Gaia, you all are interconnections. Because the thing is that we all interacting with interdimensional beings. The only difference is that they are assisting all of us in non-physical ways. So as you are starting to recognize the same quality within yourself in terms of, you look at the human consciousness that is truly deeply evolving, shifting beyond the third limited perspective, beyond linear time, beyond accepted reality, just like we all accepted to know what a mountain needs to look like or should look like, or a cup or a table or an airplane. We all have similar agreement to say that these objects or these point of reference in your third dimensional reality are globally accepted by all. What if there's an introduction in that perspective that says, look at the airplane, it's no longer an airplane, it's a construct, a geometric construct made of pixelation of energy. And if you start to open that, you start to see the space between each pixel or vibrational points, and you can shift how the design of it, you can shift the blueprint of it. What would you call that? Well, we don't know because now it's outside of the accepted plane of reality or accepted reality of what things are, how they're defined, how they're recognized, how they're being utilized, and so forth and so forth. So when you start to really allow yourself to have different level of responses, ability to be more receptive, putting more energy, having to absorb new influx of frequencies, it starts to change the nature of your mental construct, your emotional construct, how your body template start to vibrate a little faster. It's no longer as dense, as 3D, as defined. Everything organically start to change in vibrational state. Now, what this has to do with the question you ask, and I would say everything, because the moment your organic vibrational state start to accelerate with stability, understanding, start to get more self-mastery behind it, practices, contemplation, and you're holding yourself in these higher stable vibrational state, you're going to start to see that object, walls, reality, how the sky looks like, anything projected start to look different. For example, many people start to feel like they're looking at the countryside or a mountain or the sky, and it looks like a projection. It looks like an holographic projection or a painting. There's something surreal about it. And then you go back, you catch yourself, your mental mind catch you. You go back in your body, you go like, whoa, I need to go back to reality. And then that impression is veiled. It's no longer there. And you go like, the sky is blue, it's beautiful, and I can see forests, I can see trees. But you come back, that's because you are reattuning your density to match that what you see. So it's really about matching, right? The density you're in. So if you take an intergalactic civilization, such as the Arcturian, who I represent in this lifetime, we are master at shifting beyond timeline, density. We are master at how to utilizing very specific light frequencies. And we have also mastering our mental faculties, and just to name a few things. So for us, it's natural to do this, but we have learned to reach that point. And one word encompass all of this is practice, contemplation. Really allow yourself to practice every day. I'm going to breathe deeply. I'm going to allow my senses to go beyond the 3D. I'm going to go beyond this density. What else am I perceiving? Can you feel a consciousness of the trees? Can you feel a consciousness of the planet? I can feel Gaia. I feel a presence around me. Ask, who are you? Reveal yourself to me. Stay in tune. Stay in the same vibrational field. Not there's a doubt, a fear going up. Whoop, you just retract it back into a density. You go, it's gone. I couldn't, my mind is too busy. Okay. And then this way you're going back again and again. And so it allows you to experience what we call a shift in dimensional state, a dimensional presence. And you start to really feel and like practicing. It's incredible how much you start to vibrate at a level of, from a wholeness perspective, you start to vibrate more from a more conducive, more complete place within yourself, and you start to experiencing aspect of your multidimensionality. Allow me to ask you this question, Lauren, and that's an invitation for everyone to reflect upon it. Have you ever experienced a time where you would see something in your peripheral, like you saw a movement, a shadow, a presence, or you stepping out of your car, you get out of the house, step in the yard, and you could swear you saw somebody walking and there's no one there?
Yes, I've seen that. And I've seen even shimmers in the corner of my eye. And I'd look, and that's very interesting. What's going on?
Okay,
Yeah.
that's exactly it. So at that moment, your senses, even to the visual stimuli or the opening of your third eye, you can see that even physically, you can see those shimmering. People start to see also geometric pattern happening or square, almost like they're looking at checkerboard, or they're looking at, well, you are shifting in and out of dimension. You're transitioning time and space, right? And then you come back and you go, wow, what was that? Did I imagine this, that? Good. Imagination is the key opening to the doorway. It's a gateway that claim it. Yes, I have experienced it. I imagined it as part of my experience. And then you can ask, I want to know through my higher self, allow me to understand deeper what was this experience. Am I shifting dimensionality? Am I doing some dimensional shift, which is going to be more frequent this year moving forward in the new gateway? Am I shifting also into my frequency signature or my senses awakening at a deeper level? So all of these really allows you to coexist with in better harmony, with more certainty, empowerment, presence. It should be grounded and be still very much centered here. And you acknowledging of these experiences because they're becoming more natural occurrences, right?
Yes. Okay. So um, this is very interesting and fascinating. We ourselves are interdimensional. You know, it's not just other beings,
Mm-mm,
Arcturians, Lyrans, that
mm-mm.
are interdimensional. We ourselves are interdimensional. And so that's what it means to raise our frequency. Raising frequency, matching frequencies is how we get there. Is that correct?
It's definitely just the pathway. So you start to reharmonize or healing the gap between your human consciousness and universal consciousness. You really start to coexist in harmony between the two. That's what we call healing the gap. And that is also how it reflects in your body, in your chakra system, how you're allowing yourself to see more than beyond the five senses. You're allowing yourself to step or access a higher level of conscious presence. It's like a sacred art that you can cultivate every day. And you start to understand that you can interweave that in everything that you do. When you step outside your house or you even at home connecting and you want to meditate, It's always what we say, it's how you present yourself to the meditation, how you present yourself to Gaia, to somebody else, or you go to an event, a function. In what state of consciousness are you arriving on site? Are you scattered, all nervous, excited at the same time, but ungrounded, unconnected, and disconnected from yourself? Is take the time to reassess, where am I right now? And how am I presenting myself physically, energetically, emotionally, and even mentally? Take the time to realign. Says, okay, I'm going to take a deep breath. I reset. I ground myself in my loving presence, my heart. I feel my solar plexus. I can feel my root system. And I allow my mind, my heart, my body intelligence, my higher self, and at the soul level to be realigned, then enter the conference room, or then go to the gathering with your friends, or even just running an errand. You can still maintain that level of cultivation, be mindful of your energy, regardless of where others are. This is no longer a condition for you to follow. It's a choice that you make. And that choice is opening the field for recognizing that humanity is being invited to step into a more cosmic, conscious, advanced human being. So in reality, that's the beauty of it, is that everyone on the planet is rediscovering truly what is the essence of being a human being, not what you've been programmed to believe of being a human. It's about what is the essence, what is the art behind it. Because many brothers and sisters in the universe, many intergalactic different group consciousness are really interested in learning from you. They want to communicate with you, and not just a projection of what you think you need to present yourself as. It's nothing to do with what you've been doing or how much work or accomplishment or things like that. They will say, okay, this is part of your journey. I want to connect with you. It's one being connecting with another, sentient life connecting with another. So rediscovering the essence. So when you declare, I recognize that I am an interdimensional being, I coexist with multi lifetimes. I've had multi lifetimes. And all of these aspects of you exist with you now, but to the perspective of what you've been programmed to believe is your past is in the past, you're now in the now, in the future is, a probability, a potential. And you start to see, okay, but what is waiting for me in the future? Do I look based on the past to extrapolate the possibility, and then your mind fills the blank of what you think the future looks like. You're no longer interdimensional. You're thinking as a linear being. See the difference?
Wow, thank you.
Welcome.
I know so many would love to open this channel of communication with interdimensional beings. So you touched on it a little bit, but how do we do that? How can we strengthen that connection?
Yes. So one thing is recognizing also that the human grid system, your own internal interdimensional grids. If you look at the chakra system, for example, you have what's called the earth chakras that allows you to function, connect here, and be in a global level, on a planetary level. And you also have the planetary and the universal chakras that connects you, the universe on a quantum level and beyond. Then you start to feel that I'm going to bring balance and, I would say, a bridge of conscious interconnection between all of the universal chakra connecting with the earthly chakra. You start to recognize that between each function or each beautiful center or intuitive centers, there's also the interdimensional grid system that connects with you. So your body becomes much more than a physical body. It becomes a conduit of pure energy and vibration. You start to feel it, start to recognize your inner universe How is your relationship? How are you maintaining this relationship within your own energetic matrix that you know as the physical template? So your body is equipped, so to speak, naturally with a multitude of interdimensional gateways, grid systems, energetic pathways, inner vortexes of light, all of it interfere, everything. Plus, the beauty of rediscovering the intelligence, the language of your body, just how your cells interact, influence all these functions, how everything interconnect, whether it's your chromosomes, whether it's your adrenals, how each organ are sensitive to how you feel, how you think, what is imprinted in the body memory field. So you can just start really much there and get a deep dive into your inner universe. You start to reimagine that opening or utilizing, for example, your nervous systems as your interdimensional gateway of communication. You're going to be able to reattune yourself more. So your body must, it's an invitation to include your body. There's no must, but more an invitation. And recognizing this quantum intelligence within you, how you can recover, find your balance, being able to bring yourself into natural equilibrium, the relationship, the partnership of everything. And I see that a lot with my clients. They start to understand that even in the most challenging way, with its medical issues, a family, loved ones, a situation. I mean, I'm working with, for example, with this father for the last 3 years now. And his only daughter, you only have one child. It doesn't matter how many children you have, they each are unique, of course. But in that case, that father with his only daughter has been diagnosed with a deadly disorder of the rarest form, absolutely so rare that he's traveling everywhere to find a higher specialist to understand. And so what we've done is that we have helping him to tune in into this quantum intelligence, to understand that beyond this very rare situation, health situation, how to understand and decode it, how to work with others in the medical field, how to work with his daughter, how to work with himself. And then today, I mean, the evolution has been phenomenal. And little girl has grown over the last 3 years or so, and she's already in a different state. And even as we work with her at a higher soul level, with the masters, there's a lot of coaching, master guides, teachers who come, but we always work with the quantum intelligence. Otherwise, he would have been stuck in a 3D, fearful, I'm going to lose my child. And then I'm relaying just on the 3D medical expertise available on the planet with the limited technology here so far. What could have been the outcome? So he could have destroyed himself and completely destroy his immune system as a result of this. But we're teaching him in different ways and how his body now is responding differently. This is just one example that the more you're allowing yourself to rediscovering how your own internal system really works. We talk about technology and opening the telepathic field and spontaneous healing, communicating with intergalactic beings. They know how to do that. Now it's for you to relearn how to do that. And it starts by rediscovering how your inner pathways functions, allowing that to come through beyond the programming, beyond the fear, beyond the everything that the belief system, the behavioral patterns put in place. So it's a huge reversal of a world. It's a reversal of a thought system that allows you that what was impossible, always exterior from you, returning to a point of empowerment within you, and how you're opening the gateway, literally the gateway of the universe. You can utilize your crown chakra and beyond into the universal chakras to allow the opening of the universe and bring it back to your body. Let all of you be nurtured. and you feel that energy moving through. And even the same thing from your roots, it can bring in back to the universe, which is why we're utilizing the internal universal tree of life. That, yes, your branches can expand, but you need to have the substance, the foundation to really supporting you that. And so nurturing your roots, understanding the energetic pathways of your body, what your body needs, how it responds, how also it reacts to shift in the grid system of Gaia, influx of plasma light coming through the great central sun, dimensional shift, movement, expansion into the field. Everything is an invitation to reflect upon how am I being affected and how can I respond to that? Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that. And for those of us who were feeling that as you were speaking, it was palpable. Even if those did not feel it, that is a beautiful exercise to then begin to experiment with and play with. So thank you for that. And I want to say that you teach many courses, and there's been some courses you've taught here at New Earth One Network, and we've got a bundle of those courses, including the interdimensional grid alignment, which
Yeah.
allows us to go even deeper. So I invite our audience to check out that offer of a bundle of your courses, really magnificent teachings and trainings. And people can check out the link in the description or scroll down on the webpage that got you here and find all of that. It really is a nice collection of very valuable and beneficial teachings. Okay,
Thank you.
so yes, wonderful. Thank you. And so, here we are. We're going to do a little mini session with you in a moment so we can experience this even more or process. But here we are in a new year, and you left for the most part. You were still here physically, but you left for the most part to go get your own upgrades. Share with us, please, what is happening on our planet, because I can guarantee you most of us watching, if not all of us, are definitely feeling shifts. It feels like the old is crumbling, like things are just evaporating. Appointments are changing like that, but yet we go with the flow and we stay flexible. What is happening on our planet?
It is a really powerful question. And everything that we do is from a point of you are empowered and you have been preparing for this for a long time. So if you look at the energy or the synergy behind 2025, this is more than just a typical new year beginning and full of hope, thinking things going to change and then still repeating the same pattern. We are moving out of these old structure or this old model. So the third dimensional matrix reality, as how we call this reality you've been living in, this physical reality, is shifting out of a density. Think of it as a rite of passage. Okay, Gaia, as a consciousness, as a celestial being, this planet has kept herself into a lower density to allow generations of souls to come to learn, get the lessons, the growth, the expansion, the experience they need to heal, resolve all karmic loops, and graduate, because it's all about evolution. Every soul on the planet, regardless of what it looks like, is allowed to evolve. It may not be your same principle of what you think of what evolution is about, but overall, on a planetary level and even global level, we're moving out of these very restrictive energies that we went through globally in the last 4 or 5 years. It's a rite of passage. We went through the birthing process. Now the birth is imminent. Imagine a beautiful pregnant woman going into her 9 months. She's preparing for the birth. She's gearing up in that direction. She's no longer in gestation to allow that birthing process to become. So think of it this way: we have reached that 9 months of pregnancy. And ironically, 2025, it's a year 9. Now, in numerology or in vibrational numerology, 9 is coming to full completion. We're complete with learning, with cycle, with all weight, all structures, whether it's medical field, whether it's giving up your power to, someone in a white coat with a stethoscope thinking they have the authority, the power over you, whether it's a government, whether it's structures of political level, whether it's family structure, generational, ancestral, cultural, all of these so ingrained and patterns or structure of reality that we have relied on is shifting because they can no longer be sustained. Again, the pregnant woman going into the 9 months of pregnancy, it's impossible to tell this person, well, I'm not ready just yet. Let's give it another month or two and we'll see what happens. No, because the natural organic time for that life to come into the world, for this new birth to come through, has come naturally and organically to that point. So Gaia, it's similar to that. The earth, Mother Terra, is giving birth to this higher ascended version of herself. She's moving into a rite of passage into a higher dimensional space. That means that is she's moving out of the comfortable, well-known third dimensional density, where it's the realm of restriction, limitation, physical expression, knowing the little self, to feel disconnected from source, returning to source. All of these trade of learning that has been there for generations are going to simply shift. It doesn't mean everybody or all souls are ready for this. I was just telling you that, sharing with you that the birth is imminent and we have reached that point. We need to welcome the new baby. This is what we're here for. It's a metaphor, but it's a beautiful metaphor. We're welcoming a new life, right? And how this life is going to change all of us. Well, it's already changing all of us. And if you're still here in physical incarnation, rejoice in the sense that you have been preparing for this for eons, generations of star seeds, of souls returning in many ancestral lineages, timelines, different ancient civilizations leading up to today. Many, we have prepared to now finally welcome this new child, this new life that's coming in. And that's part of what this year is so empowering. And it's just the beginning. 2025 marks the beginning of a new cosmic gateway that's going to usher us beyond 2025, 26, 27, even 28. After that, it's just pure potential. It really is. So what used to take 20 years, 50 years, or an entire generational cycle to bring the change is no longer. Everything become an acceleration because the new life is coming. The baby is getting ready. It's no longer a process, it's a birth.
We are certainly feeling that on all fronts. I have to say, everything, business, relationships, everything. It's really fascinating. So as we can roll with the changes, we are going to be in a good way and staying in that vibration with our interdimensional light, our frequencies connected to the cosmos is a beautiful path forward. Yes. All right. Beautiful.
100%, Lauren. And if you look at, let's just briefly for a moment, if we would, just looking at one of the main galactic gateways and how they have been really supporting us. Look at Orion Gateway. Many souls have come from the realm of Orion. Orion is really, its presence aligns all of us with the soul lessons that we come to learn, whether it's releasing old grief, whether it's releasing, war, conflict on other planets, whether it's coming into completion of karmic contracts, soul agreements, old vows, oaths, past mistakes. It's relearning is the energy, the Orion gateway, bring that sense of completion. So if you feel the corresponding point into the interdimensional and intergalactic energies, you can feel that we are moving out of the gateway of Orion. There may be some soul on the planet who still need to learn and come to their full completion, and it's perfectly fine because the celestial beings are clear, just allowing all the souls to evolve for what they need. And some souls will be at different stages, but overall, the birth is coming. So same thing with the gate of Sirius. Oh, that's a big one too. Many, many souls have come from the realm of Sirius, the beautiful star, whether it's different planets, systems. Some of them come from more aquatic planets, others come more the felines or the dog nations, and others the realm of Sirius. It's a really big one. So many souls have chosen to travel through the gate of Sirius and reincarnate as humans here. So they too are clearing and healing. So Sirius is also attributed to the blue star of hope, physical strength, ascension, surrender to higher design, higher purpose, purification of the mind, allowing yourself to release the burden of past mistakes, grief, distortion. Many Sirians have made this mistake, whether it's going deep into the negative polarity or sharing technology that led to the destruction of planets. It's allowing a new design to rise. It's allowing yourself to radiate this higher fifth and sixth dimensional ascending energies. So think of it of the light of the blue star of Sirius coming to release these old karmic cycles or time cycles. It's really allowing us to return to that self-worth, self-love, and understanding that you are here in a new design as opposed to a copy-paste of past aspect of you. So it really helps you to bring, and Syrians are great in physical healing. They're really great masters with that. So the gateway of Sirius, you can feel how still valid and potent it is. It helps us to move to shift out of this third density or the Orion gateway that we have learned so much from. Lesson learned becomes wisdom earned. That's one thing we always say. My Octarian group, my father always remind me, what have you learned? Extract the lessons, incorporate, integrate the wisdom. There's no need to repeat the same karmic loop like movies, endless loops of movies. That's one thing that the human race needs to understand. Let go. You've learned already. You've already punished yourself more than enough. Release that. It's time. So the gateway of Sirius is very supportive for that. Now the gateway of Lyra on the other end is very nourishing. And again, there's many beautiful souls of Lyra who have come here to also be nourished and release the fear, release also some anger for what they've gone through to evasion from other groups like Draconians invading their worlds. And they come as beautiful advanced soul. So moving through the gateway of Lyra allows you to open and release these overlays of energy and invites you to create new opening, breakthroughs, new ways, opening the field, stages of consciousness, allow you to go through all the stages of consciousness that allows you to bring this higher level of self-mastery, energy, welcoming new cycles, welcoming renewed energies. They're really here to help humanity to adapt internally to the external changes. They're beautiful beings. We love the Lyrans. We've known them for such a long time. Such a long time. And so one more gateway, of course, we have to talk about the Arcturus gateway, naturally. It's what it's called advancement of the soul. It's the gateway of the great unification. You moving into a complete level of self-mastery, soul level, opening a field. You're returning to universal love. It's working with your crystalline core of empowerment for unification, healing any form of internal conflict within yourself, being at peace with all of your interdimensional self. You're coming in a space of unification, even to the soul-body connection, opening the higher mind, activating the pineal gland, and reopening that field, expanding your abilities to project yourself consciously, to reconnect as a divine being, remembering the divine pathway within yourself, opening the field of universal intelligence, sacred knowledge, just to name a few energy. So when you feel already the different gateways, or what we call the galactic gateways, it helps you to understand different life cycle that you may have gone through. Many, many, many souls from everywhere in the multiverse come to us, the Arcturian. They travel through a gateway. Sometimes they stay with us for a few life cycles. This is why so many people are fond of the Arcturian frequencies. And so many people will be told in readings or Akashic readings or galactic readings, or you are an Arcturian. That's because they can feel and detect that they have maybe spent a few life cycles with us to learn, and their soul has evolved and moved on. And they bring those qualities with them in their soul ancestry. It's still there. It doesn't mean they're Arcturian in this lifetime, but the influence of that soul ancestry is still there. It is a very well-known frequencies. So it brings perspective of how can we incorporate also, I feel like I'm connecting to the Lyrans, to the Syrians, to the Arcturian, to the Pleiadian. Can I be all of it? Well, you are an interdimensional being. You may have had multiple lifetimes in many of these gateways or civilizations. What is important the most is understanding what sources of influence did you bring in your soul design in this lifetime. You are healed by soul design. So you can understand which branches of influence did you bring. Some of them will be very core influence, while others will be memories or branches of support or root support. So this is why when people wants to understand their own ancestry, their own galactic origin, how they connect on the interdimensional level, we say, understand what is given to you. So when somebody gives you a reading from an exterior perspective, ask your higher self, in what capacity these influence or the so-called embodiment of other star nations really pertains to me, and how is it supporting me in this lifetime?
Beautiful. That is an activation in itself. Feeling into that as you were speaking. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, in addition to that, I know if you could take a few moments, a couple of minutes, can you do a frequency transmission for us to receive? And I'll let you pick the details of that, but I think we would love a mini frequency transmission.
With great pleasure. I think it will be a perfect way to help to integrate gently the core essence of what you need to retain for now, and what everything else will simply integrate at your own pace as you're evolving, expanding, learning, and resolving also some inner peace energy within yourself, whether it's emotional, mental, or even on the subconscious level. There's a lot of subconscious movement right now. So let's do that together. We're going to utilize, just so you know, we're going to utilize your crown chakra. And why the crown? Think of it as the midpoint of connection, the gateway between the universal part of you and the human journey on the planet and to reconnect here in the body with the chakras. So we're utilizing your crown chakra as a gateway. Now we call it your crown of illumination and enlightenment. It really is the crown of light that you're wearing right above your head energetically that allows you to bring more ease, that connection, that communion, and how you can integrate that. So we're going to utilize that to bring in and connect what's called your light body. So let's do that together. So thank you for allowing us to expand. If you would please, in a sitting position, feet on the ground, connecting with Gaia, take a moment to feel as you are returning in full awareness back to your heart, to feel also the movement of your lungs expanding with the breath of life. The breath of life is your point of connection here and now, honoring your life, this unique time frame given to you. The time frame you're living right now is unique in every way. It could never be recreated or reproduced in the same capacity. So your actual lifetime or time cycle is unique in the universe. Just feel that for a moment, allowing the understanding, the opening to how unique this time frame is. And as you're honoring the sacred breath of life, it allows you to reconnect, to bring in all aspects of you, whether it's a mental energy, emotional, spiritual, physical, and even planetary. So as you keep breathing, allowing the breath of life to flow through your spine as a sacred conduit of energies to all the nerve endings, opening the field in your body, connecting down to your legs, your feet, expanding your root systems, connecting with Gaia grid system. Imagine or feel or simply visualize your body energetic pathways opening to bring also more energy, equilibrium, to regulate your energy, allowing your body to receive all the nutrients, the life force energy it requires. It's a new way to ground yourself in higher awareness and presence. Beautiful. Going to expand now to your crown chakra. Imagine or feel your crown just above your head. It exists in a non-physical way. It is a pure gateway of energy. Think of it as a vortex of light coexisting with you right above your head. It is your gateway of connection between the universal part of you or your chakra system and the human aspect of you on the planet or within your earthly chakra system. So keep breathing to your crown, allowing the flow. It is to your crown chakra now that we invite you to even allow your consciousness to expand. And yes, you can go beyond the body. Expand. Explore your universal chakra system. Inviting your higher self to connect with you now. This is the higher part of you that coexists with you beyond the physical incarnation. It coexists with you beyond the 3D matrix reality. It is non-linear and it is universal. It is the 99% of you that coexists with you beyond this physical reality. And today, with the Arcturian, we're going to create a beautiful sphere or a ball of pure royal blue light. We're choosing the blue ray as it is recognized as the frequencies within the human template. So imagine this sphere of light of royal blue light frequency. And your higher self bring forward symbolically this sphere of royal blue light through your crown chakra. The sphere will expand to connect with your auric field, your beautiful etheric field, or your energetic field. The sphere now expand to match the vibration of your etheric field. It also interacts with your solar bodies of light. You're welcome to intent or redirect the sphere of light to any part of your solar body of light, whether it's to balance your emotions, to clear the pathway in your body template, releasing any form of attachments, absorption into your field, potential entry point, to feel that anything that is aligned or attached to your field can be released, and expanding the quality of your own etheric field. In the sphere of light, adjust itself to also to communicate with your earthly chakra system, including your third eye, your throat, the heart level, the 3 level of your solar plexus, including the core, the crystalline core of empowerment, your sacral, your root chakra, the chakras of your knees, your ankles, and connecting also to the Earth Star chakra, which is the first point of the universal connection within your system. And from there, we invite you to feel that the sphere of pure light blue energy or royal blue light frequencies expand beyond your feet and allowing the light to go deep into Gaia etheric grid systems or the crystalline system, with the intention to clear, cleanse, purify any distortion, misalignment, absorption, lower density, including fear energy, anger, stress, anxiety, allowing yourself to come fully present in the now, to bring yourself back from the past or a potential future and return to your field into the now. Allowing your body, all of your internal system, including the energetic vortexes of light, to be completely refreshed and naturally realign to your own resonance field, which is your own soul synchronicity, your own energy within you. It brings you back in balance to yourself. And as you take a deep breath in and release, just allow everything to integrate that serves only your highest and the greatest good. And remember that your higher self is what allows this energy to interact with you and adjusts itself to match your own vibrational signature, the language of your chakras, the language of your body, the synergy and the intelligence of your heart at a soul level, and of course, as a multidimensional being. Allowing your light body to come through and settle in with your physical form. Remember, your body is made of pure energy and, of course, vibrational state. The blue sphere of the Arcturian light frequencies help you to readjust your vibrational state with stability, opening, to expand, to clear, cleanse what no longer serves you, and allow yourself to return into full awareness, balance, completely refreshed, empowered, and lovingly present. So naturally, in 3, 2, and 1, take a deep breath, release. And now you can gently open your eyes. Welcome back.
Wow. Thank you for those energetic frequencies that we can feel. And we are cleansed. We feel liberated. We feel free. And we are open now for greater contact, for greater communication.
Yes.
Not only as interdimensional beings ourselves, but with higher realms, other beings that are here to serve us. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that beautiful transmission of light.
You are most welcome. And remember that allow you to communicate with your true being, with yourself. Understanding who you are, start right now. And so this clearing really opened the field to see, I can feel and tune into my essence, who I am. I can feel my frequency, my ability, my gifts. Now I can see the potential behind it, so I can manifest my highest timeline. I can manifest tangibly my highest potential, and allowing that to be a source of strength, inspiration, stability, and creativity in your life. Yes.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is why we are feeling so empowered right now. And I just am so grateful. So thank you again. And everyone, again, we invite you to experience more of these high frequency transmissions with Viviane. Again, it's in the bundle that's available. There's 8 courses in there, 8 courses.
Wow.
What a treat. And you're going to love working with all of those recordings. Viviane, as we say goodbye, I just want to give you a moment for the single most important message at this time for the earth.
Mm. It is time to come out of a place of love and no longer pain of suffering. No longer you need to go through pain as a trigger point or a motivational point to expand and learn and to do things differently. Let's come from a place of love. And remember in your soul what you're really here for. You came back for the love of Gaia. You're here to heal the gap between all life. So let's return to be from a place, coming from a place of love and no longer pain.
We are pain-free and we are full force in love. Thank you,
So be
Viviane
it.
Chauvet.
Thank you. Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you. All right. Namaste. Blessings. Thank you for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts, as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. I'm Loren Gailey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. We leave you now with music from the universe. Music literally created by the universe, as musical notes were assigned to mathematical equations. The result is this beautiful music, available at acoustichealth.com. Namaste.